By now, voters have already received ballots in the mail for the August 5th primary. One of the big issues on the ballot for King County voters is a massive parks levy. The $1.4 billion measure would replace an existing levy that's about to expire after 6 years. With an increase to property taxes, the levy would renew funding for the county's many parks, playfields, swimming pools, trails, and much more. Among the many local leaders hoping voters approve this measure is the King County Council. Councilmember Rod Dembowski, thank you for making the time.
Thanks so much for having me.
Beyond funding current operations, what new projects and investments would this levy fund bring?
A whole bunch. For example, we're going to finish out the East Rail. That's the big trail in the former BNSF right away from Woodinville all the way down to Renton. About $55 million, $65 million there. Build another segment of the Lake to Sound Trail in South King County. Also the interurban trail south and north up in Shoreline. Helps build a brand new waterfront park in Kenmore at Lake Point. And the list goes on, but some big new investments.
Doing the math, though, so if people pass this will impact property taxes. So homeowners will be impacted by this. So a lot of homes nowadays, $1 million or more in the King County area. So what, $180 to $200 for a home every month? So that's extra money you're asking people to pay. What do you say to those people who say, my property taxes has gone up on the local level, on the state level, we have fatigue from this, why should we vote yes on this?
Well, first of all, slight correction, that would be about the annual bill. So it's for the average home or median home in King County, it's about $16 a month, $16.50 a month, which is $200 or so a year.
Right, I was talking about a year.
Yes, so, and that's a lot of money. For sure. It's about $2.50 above what you're paying today per month, so it's a renewal of the levy. And one good bit of news in this space, if you're a disabled person or a senior, we have a very robust senior exemption program for those making up to about $84,000 a year. We can abate almost all of your property taxes, and I encourage folks to go to kingcounty.gov and apply for that. So there is some relief for folks on unlimited income.
Okay, so if you make $84,000 or less, then you have to apply in order to not pay this?
You get a property tax exemption even beyond the parks levy, yes.
Gotcha. What about, you obviously support this, so sell it to us. What are the stakes if it doesn't pass?
Well, it basically would shut down the King County Parks Department, all of our regional parks, end investments in swimming pools, no more regional trail construction, would cost the cities in King County $119 million because we pass through $119 million to all of our 39 cities. So all of your city parks, they receive funding from this. It's a big, broad effort, and it's basically how we fund our Parks Department. A third of it goes for maintenance and operations, and then the other 2/3 for building these things. There's a lot of money for the zoo, the New Seattle waterfront, the aquarium, the science center. So some of our big regional institutions really rely on this levy as well for funding. That would all go away.
Let me get this straight. I just want to make sure I heard you correctly. Did you say it's going to shut down all King County parks? Like there will be no more parks?
That's correct. This is our funding source for King County Parks, other than about 15%, which we raise in partnership with private operations, for example, concerts at Marymore. But this is how we fund our parks and have for the last 20 years.
What about some of the comments that you're getting? I'm sure you're getting a lot of questions from the public or maybe even concerns. What are some of those things that you're hearing from the public on this?
Well, mostly people are very enthusiastic. Just let me give you one example. The swimming pool program, an amendment I ran in the last Parks Levy, the penny for pools. We haven't funded pools for 50 years in the county. We built a bunch in what we call the forward thrust era. They're aging out. In my district in Shoreline, they had to bulldoze the pool because it just ran out of useful life. There's $60 million or so of investment in here for new swimming pools and aquatic facilities. There's huge demand all over King County for swimming pools, for swim teams, for recreational swim. The levy does a lot of good, and that's why I think people are supportive.
And people have to weigh in, and they only have one time, which is the August primary, August 5th, because this issue is not going to show up in the general election.
That's right. We have historically done the Parks Levy in the August ballot, and in large part because of the timing, but also people are out using the parks, and they can experience them and see them, and it's a good reminder about what this funds.
All right, King County Councilmember Rod Dembowski, thank you.